Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Capital A Trading and welcome to my Forex weekly review. It's just going to be that video again where I'm reviewing what I said on Sunday, looking at the trades that I've mentioned, and then we're going to see how they've progressed and see if there's anything that we can take for the rest of the week. So with that being said, guys, just a quick shout out to the Absolutely magazine. Thank you for everything you do. Again, guys, go check that magazine out. There's some very cool stuff, very interesting stuff in there, and there's a lot of luxury stuff in there as well. With that being said, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Stay up to date with the channel. Keep track of my investments. Keep track of what I'm saying. And then maybe you can take a trade next week and see how it plays out by Friday. Let's get straight into it. Okay, guys, the first one I want to talk about is the Euro AUD. Now, what I mentioned this week is a sell around the 156 level. So if I just come down to a 4-hour, again, it's this area that we're looking at. And what I was looking at is kind of a retest off of this candle here, where obviously I can see that they've come and tapped this position. That trade's gone. I'm invalidating that one. Yes, you would have lost some money if you placed the trade on that. It's gone higher. It's gone way higher than 30 pips. What I'm saying is, if you come back to this daily time frame, is this trade is still valid. This area is still showing signs that it's going to drop from it. It's just about when. So again, this will be something to look out for on Friday. And just to look at a number right now, I'd say keep an eye on the 156, 500, 156, 600 level. Just to be precise, try and catch it in there. I believe we're going to get the drop tomorrow. So keep an eye on this Euro AUD. That's the 156, 500, 156, 600. Okay, guys, next up is the pound CAD. And I just want to mention this area. This is how I started talking about the weekly. So what I believe is that price is going to eventually come down here and grab all this liquidity. If I just come over to a daily, you'll see that price has had a good push from the area. And now it's starting to look like it may come down and do that move. If I just come to the 4-hour, this is what I was explaining. I actually mentioned the 171 mark. It's come to 171,500. Again, I'd say that trade would be invalidated now. But what we're looking at is I'm going to look at this candle. I call it a murder candle. So it's a candle where I know that there would have been a lot of sellers in this area. And this is where their stop losses would have been. And that has taken their stop losses out. So what I'm going to do now is just monitor how price plays off of this candle for that continuation down. So again, I'm going to stick with the 171. This may come tomorrow morning with the London Open. Again, I'd like to see the CAD getting strong. So keep an eye on the 171 level for the pound CAD. I believe we're going to get an entry there tomorrow morning. And then hopefully by the end of Friday, we can get that push down to start grabbing that liquidity. So keep an eye on that one. That's the pound CAD at the 171 level. Okay, guys, so next up is the Euro NZD. I just want to quickly mention that I was talking about that buy from the 166, 165, 500 mark off of the imbalance. And of course, you can see where the 62% is from the swing. We've got a nice target. So there's lots of things that are building up. We've got this double top up here. That is going to be the target. Just looking at this now, it didn't hit my entry. It still hasn't interacted with my area down here. So what I'm expecting is the sell from here. Maybe Friday, we're going to start to see the push, but this will be something that I'll probably mainly focus on for next week now. But just looking at it on a 4-hour, I like the way price is rejected. I like the way it's come up and just touched this candle here, this buy to sell scenario that's been untouched. And it's interacted with it perfectly off the 169 level. And it's starting to move. So it's already done 100 pips from that area. So what I'm saying now is if you can get an entry around the 168, 500, that would be cool. I believe we're now going to ride down to that 166 level. So that will be at least 200 to 250 pips. That's the Euro NZD. If I just move over now, we've got a pretty similar scenario on the pound NZD. Same situation. I'm still looking for price to come down to that 191 level. So I know there's something down there that the market makers need to interact with. So it's got to come there eventually. It's just about when. That's the part I can't tell you. But looking at this now, very similar picture. I actually had an area marked out for this and it's playing off the 196 level. And again, it's about 80 pips in profit. So a similar scenario. If we can get the retest tomorrow morning, Friday, good, happy days. If not, leave it. I'll revise this for Sunday and we'll have a better setup for next week. What I would mainly like to be is the buyer. The higher time frames are telling me it's bullish. So yes, if you miss this sell, don't worry. We're going to catch a bigger buy when it gets down the bottom. So that's the Euro NZD and the pound NZD. Try to take the similar action on both. They tend to follow each other. Okay, guys, this really is a long-term trade. This isn't going to be something for the impatient. It's the pound yen. The area has almost been interacted with. I just want to show the trade's still valid to what I said on Sunday. So if I just come down to the weekly, you'll start to see the area a little bit better. this is what we're looking to play off. It's basically the 155 level. I know we've got the numbers at 154,880 and 155,689, but in between there, the key number of 155 is in there. So I'm looking to see if it's going to interact with that, and then we're going to start to see the long-term drop if this is going to continue. Again, for my students that know, if you just see it on the daily picture, you'll probably be wondering why I've picked out this area, but you'll be able to see it a lot clearer on the daily area as to what's actually happened there with the imbalance and, of course, the turnaround of the market. That's the pound yen. Be patient with this. I'll probably be updating this on Sunday. I doubt you're going to have to take any action on this from tomorrow. So, like I say, catch the Forex Weekly on Sunday. Okay, guys, this is what I previously said on Sunday about the pound Swiss franc. On that area, back up just above here. I want to see if it maybe dips this liquidity, and then we can get a move to the downside. So keep an eye on that one. That's the pound Swiss franc. Let me just revise that a bit. That's the 128, 128, 500 mark. Keep an eye on that. I'm expecting the drop to continue. So as I mentioned, the 128 to 128, 500 mark, I wanted to see if it was going to interact with this level here, if it was going to take the liquidity, whatever it was going to do. As you can see here, we've got a candle that reaches up into the 128 level. It also goes to 128, 200. So kind of in the middle of where I said, and it's starting to continue with the move to the downside. So now I can tell that that's where the market makers were last seen, around that 127, 800 level. So for me now, tomorrow, what I'm going to be looking at through the night as well tonight is just, is the pound going to get stronger? And is it going to sit here around the London session tomorrow? With that being said, I'll be looking to see the Swiss franc get stronger. The safe haven currency usually does get stronger on a Friday as well. So that's something that I'm going to be looking at. This is something for you to look at as well. Now we've got the move. It's been proven to me that price is actually showing signs in this area. So let's keep an eye on that 127, 800 now for our retest off of that candle. That's the pound Swiss franc. Okay, guys, next up is the euro yen. It's still in this area. I've been mentioning around the 131, I think 900 to 132, 200. It's a bit above. If you had a stop loss here, you would have been taken out now. That means the murder candle's been in. So there's a lot of traders that have been taken out of this area. I'm pretty sure of that. What I'm certain of is we can at least get a drop down for around 100 pips. Okay, back down towards this level. So just keep an eye on this one. I doubt it's going to be my main focus for tomorrow. I'll probably revise this on Sunday. Let's see how Friday plays out, and I'll let you know where the best point of entry is going to be. So keep an eye on that one. That's the euro yen. Look out for that in the Forex Weekly released on Sunday. Okay, guys, next up is the USD Swiss franc, and this will be something that I want you to pay attention to for Friday. Let's look at what I previously mentioned on Sunday. What I want to see next week is the dollar start with some strength. So I want to see it pull back up towards the 91 mark, 9800. Somewhere in there, hopefully, maybe even 91, 200, just looking at this now. So as you can see, I wanted to see the US dollar get strong, start pushing against the Swiss franc for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's done that. We're now towards the end of the week, and we're starting to see price struggle in the area exactly where I said the 9100 to the 9800 mark. It still can come off of this level, so we're still keeping an eye on the 91, 200. I'm going to watch this tomorrow morning. If it stays in this area and continues to show me a sign of struggling, I'm going to take a big position on it. Okay, so that's the USD Swiss franc. Keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, so from my Forex Weekly on Sunday, I mentioned two moves towards the end of the video. This was the NZD and AUD USD. So I just want to kind of still say that they're validated. They've had a push down, but we're now expecting it to go higher and get into our area. So on the NZD USD, we're just keeping an eye on the 74 level. I want to see if price is going to get up there next week and interact. I'll be updating this again on that Forex Weekly this Sunday. And the other one was AUD USD. Again, they look very similar. We're going to take similar action with both. So again, we want to see them start. So hopefully Sunday night when the market opens, we'll have obviously the New Zealand and Australian market open at the same time. Hopefully they can get a little head start on the dollar. And then, of course, Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock for us, the New York session, of course, 9 a.m. for them. We'll be looking to see if that will be the time to pull the trigger for the sell, of course, at the same time that the market makers will. So that's the NZD and the AUD USD. With the AUD USD, I'll be looking at the 79,500 level, 0.80. So keep an eye on them two levels for next week. Okay, guys, this is very good news and very exciting. It's something that I've been doing recently with a couple of my students. We've been back testing the cryptos, working out how well my methods work in here. Now, okay, this one didn't pull off perfectly, but what I'm saying is that we saw a scenario that's what I'm used to seeing on my currency pairs. This is obviously on Bitcoin around the 60,000 mark. So I was looking at the 60,000. I could have revised it a little bit, maybe said 59, but I wanted to see if it was going to come play with that. It didn't. But what I do like is the way it's hit my area and dropped. It's made a new low from here. So what's interesting to know is that my methods are now starting to reveal themselves in the crypto world as well. So this is something that we can do for a bit of longevity. With that now, I haven't really got a move on that now. I am pretty sure Bitcoin's going to start pulling up again soon. There was some bad news this week about it. I haven't checked on that too much. There was some bad news. I think it was something to do with Elon Musk or someone pulled some money out. And that's why we've got the drop this week. So again, it's exciting to know these methods are working here. Watch this space. Keep an eye on these cryptocurrencies. With that being said, guys, on to the next one straight in. I just want to talk about a move that's still valid for next week. It's the UK 100. I want to see it interact with this candle. Now, okay, it's had quite a decent push down from this level already. It looks a bit better on the 4 hour. You can see we've had quite a good move. I'm going to remain waiting for that I'll say 7,300, 7,400 level. We're going to take a trade there. And again, it'll be something that it's going to be a long-term trade. So don't expect it to happen overnight. Don't expect it to happen within a week. But if you can get a good entry here, I can see a big sell coming. So keep an eye on that one. That's the UK 100. I will be updating this in the Forex Weekly on Sunday. Okay, last but not least, and everybody's favorite is gold. I just want to quickly explain on Tuesday, I believe it was, yes, Tuesday morning with my students, I mentioned the 1843 level about being a sell. We was all monitoring it. At the same time, we was looking at the pound USD as well. What I want to explain quickly is this daily swing. This is the last point of call to where if this is going to continue coming down, it has to play off here and then it will go down. If it goes higher than here, this may actually turn into a bullish environment for the next couple of weeks. So first sign is price rejected for 3 days. Looked very good in the area. If I just come down to a 4 hour, what you're going to see is that price, sorry, 2 hour. Yeah, there's a candle here that I was looking at playing off. People was asking me why do I think 1843? This is where I can see the market makers were last at. They've done something here. Price was struggling there around Tuesday morning. It came Tuesday afternoon, right on time, 3 o'clock with how this gold pair moves. And it started to have a nice little drop. It's now coming back to the same area. This will be something, again, to look out for in the Forex Weekly that I release on Sunday. That's gold, so keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, that's all from me this week. If you like that, hit the subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Stay up to date with the channel. Stay up to date with the investments yourself. Again, guys, keep an eye on that Euro pound case study. That's a trade that I mentioned in Sunday. So you can see a video of how that's played out. That was the main focus for the week. And I'll see you all back here on Sunday. Quick shout out to the Absolutely magazine. Have a great week.